Hello and welcome to marketing91.com. In this video, we are going to cover the topic on transactional leadership. Before we proceed any further, please do note that we publish 3 videos daily on YouTube. So please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let's start with the definition of transactional leadership. Transactional leadership refers to the concept that managers give their employees something that they want in return for taking something they need. Transactional leadership is a type of leadership where managers encourage employee compliance with punishments and rewards. A transactional leader is a person who puts stress on structure and order. Moving on to what is transactional leadership. Military commanders, managers of large-scale corporations, or heads of international projects are most suited for such leadership. They need regulations and rules to meet their targets on time or shift resources and people in a managed fashion. Transactional leaders do not do well when innovation and new ideas are valued. Through punishments and reward processes, such leaders can encourage workers for a brief time. Moving on to the assumptions in transactional leadership. First, employees work optimally if there is a clarity about the chain of command. Next, punishments and rewards encourage employees. Third, the main aim of the employee is to follow the commands and instructions of the manager. Next, employees have to be observed closely to make sure demands are met. And finally, the behavioral approach to leadership is taken by this theory as it depends on a system of punishments and rewards. Moving on to the characteristics of transactional leaders. First, goal focus is short-term. Second, structured procedures and policies are preferred. Third, relies on following rules and doing tasks properly. Fourth, efficiency is stressed upon. Fifth, it is a left-brained approach. Sixth, this style lacks flexibility. And finally, it is against change and innovation, as in there is some resistance. Moving on to transactional leadership's pros and cons. Let's look at the pros. This type of leadership rewards employees who are driven by their interest to obey instructions. It lays out a clear structure for large-scale organizations, systems that need infinitely recreatable surroundings and repetitive tasks. Short-term goals are achieved quickly. And finally, punishments and rewards are clearly laid out for employees. Looking at the cons, employees only get practical benefits like perks or cash. Innovation is restricted as the aims and targets are preset. And finally, personal initiative is not rewarded. Moving on to transactional leadership versus transformational leadership. Under transactional leadership, leaders react to events, whereas in transformational, leaders proactively participate in events. In transactional, sticks to the institution's culture. In transformational, tries to alter the organizational culture through innovating ideas. In transactional, employees reach their goals through punishments and rewards decided by the leader. In transformational, employees reach their goals through larger ideals and moral values. In transactional, encourages employees by urging them to focus on their interest. Next, in transformational, encourages employees by asking them to make interest of the group a priority. Next, in transactional, management by exception, keeping things as is, promote correct actions to make performance better. In transformational, individualized consideration, a certain behavior is targeted at every person to show support and consideration. Transactional is a telling approach to leadership. Transformational, it is the selling approach to leadership. And finally, transactional, this style uses negative and positive reinforcement. In transformational, this stresses on inspiration and motivation. Moving on to transactional leadership examples. Starting with the first one, General Norman. General Norman was born in 1934. He later graduated from West Point. He served in the Vietnam as an advisor for the South Vietnamese forces. During the Vietnam War, he got injured twice. He received 3 silver medals for his service. He was promoted to Brigadier General in 1978 and in 1988 he received a 4-star ranking. He was Commander-in-Chief of the US Army during Operation Desert Storm. He commanded tens of thousands of troops in Kuwait and Iraq. He used the regulations and rules of the army to oversee operations on many continents. Next, Vince Lombardi. Vince Lombardi is remembered for coaching the Green Bay Packers. He was born in 1913. He joined Green Bay on a 5-year contract in 1959. While he was the coach, the team never lost a session. As a coach, he guided the team to a 98-34 record. He went on to win 5 championships. The Super Bowl trophy gets his name from him. He used to run the Packers through the same plays in practice over and over and again. The team's opponents knew the plays Lombardi would run, but the team was so well trained that many teams had trouble defending against them. And the final example of Bill Gates. Bill Gates was born in 1955 in Seattle. He was introduced to Paul Allen while he was in his early teens at the Lakeside School. The pair had a hobby of coming up with computer programs. Gates later went to study at Harvard, while Allen joined Honeywell in Boston as a programmer. The pair launched Microsoft in 1975. Till 1978, the firm had collected $2.5 million. Bill Gates was only 23 then. Microsoft released Windows in 1985, and the rest is history. Today, Bill Gates is among the wealthiest people in the world. Gates is the transactional leader. He had a habit of visiting new product teams. He used to put out difficult queries till he got what he wanted. He made sure that the teams understood the goals and were on the correct path. And finally, some famous quotes on transactional leaderships by most of these leaders. As stated by General Norman, when placed in command, take charge. By Vince Lombardi, the price of success is hard work, dedication to the job at hand, and the determination that whether we win or lose, we've applied the best of ourselves to the task at hand. As stated by Bill Gates, the first rule of any technology used in a business is that automation applied to an efficient operation will magnify the efficiency. The second is that the automation applied to an efficient operation will magnify the inefficiency. And finally, by Howard Schultz from Starbucks, Starbucks is not an advertiser. People think we are a great marketing company, but in fact, we spend very little money on marketing and more money on training our people than advertising. So that's it, folks. This brings an end to the topic on transactional leadership. These are some of the sources and links referred to for the content in the video. If you've liked the video, do subscribe to our channel where you'll witness 3 new videos daily. Additionally, if you want to view these videos in an organized manner, you can visit freecourses.net where all our videos are arranged in the form of courses. Thank you and see you in the next video.